Now let's take a look at the brush tool. It's very easy to create brush strokes here on your artboard, and it's very similar to the shapes that we created in the last video. So we'll just go over to the brush tool and click on that. You can also hit the keyboard shortcut B to access that. And then we can click and drag here to create a stroke. If we click and drag again, we'll obviously create another stroke, and if we go back to our select tool, we can grab these individual strokes and adjust them and move them if needed. So we can delete them by simply selecting and hitting delete. And let's go ahead and create one more stroke on our surface. Now, just as you saw with the shapes, you can actually edit each one of these strokes. So up here in our option panel, we can take the stroke value and turn that up. So we'll select this specific brush stroke that we created and we'll turn its stroke up, and you can see we can change its size and the stroke value. You can also change the brush stroke or the style of the brush on the fly as well by simply selecting it. So let's take our stroke value down a little bit. And see here where on my option panel it says 15-point round. It might say something different, but it's this option right here. You can actually choose a different brush style. So we can choose something that looks maybe more like a natural paintbrush. And then again, if we adjust the stroke size, you can see that that stroke is increasing in size. So I'll select this again, and if when you click on this brush panel here you only see a few brushes, you may notice that down here at the bottom we have a little stack of books, which is our brush library, that we can then go ahead and select some other interesting brushes. And again, with this brush selected, you can pretty much click on any one of these brushes and change it to whatever you're looking for. So take a moment to create a few different strokes, change the stroke value for that brush, and then change the brush itself. Something also to point out is if I were to grab the brush tool again and then paint, and then grab the select tool and select all of these brush strokes together, we can of course change their stroke value, and we can of course change the brush type with everything selected. So even if you had a dozen different strokes here inside your artboard, you could select all of them and change them all together or individually give them a unique look. So take a moment to practice creating different brush strokes.